I am a nurse who's trained in Poland and I'm currently practicing as a nurse in the UK. So today I'm going to be making my first official video. I've said this multiple times that I'm going to make a video, but then I've just been, let me use the general excuse, a little busy. So today I'm going to be making a video based on the NMC process for nurses trained in Europe to practice as nurses in the UK. Like the whole process, I'll talk about the whole process in this video. As you can see down below, I think I'm going to title this NMC process from Europe to the UK, because even if I speak about Poland, it's still basically all parts of Europe, because you could see the same process for someone that's going from Italy to the UK, or someone that is going from Czech Republic to the UK. Wherever you are, as long as you're in Europe, it's just there's not much information about things like this, and that's why I am here for you guys, my EU nurses. Okay, anyway, I think I've said a little bit about what we're going to be talking about today, and hopefully you all get it. If you don't get it, forget about it. Anyway, let's dive into it. So I'm just gonna read through on my laptop because I've got like a plan here, and I'll let you guys know. Okay, first off, what is NMC? NMC is basically the Nursing and Midwifery Council in the UK. So it's just basically to regulate the nursing practice in the UK. It's a body that regulates the nursing practice in the UK to ensure that people have the correct educational background, and it's also safe for them to practice as nurses or midwiferys in a hospital setting and take care of people. One of the major reasons why I'm actually doing this video is because of the nurses who have currently graduated from Poland, and also they sending me DMs literally every now and then on Instagram, WhatsApp, everywhere. Like my socials are just bombarded with like not pictures, they're bombarded with like multiple questions, and I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna make a YouTube video and I'm gonna make sure everyone gets the information. So if you need any information, just come to my YouTube video, and then you can always go over it, and obviously I will take you through and walk you through with the steps that you need basically. Before anything, I'd say congratulations to all of you guys who have just graduated in February in Poland. Yay! You are now nurse, whatever your name is, like nurse. I don't want to mention names, but you're all nurses now, and I'm very sure you'll all be great nurses. Let's dive into the process now. Okay. The first thing you want to do before you start your NMC process is to make sure you've passed your IELTS. And is it that you've passed your IELTS or your OAT? Once you've passed your IELTS, everything is like every other thing is going to be easy, because you don't want delays literally. And you literally have like 6 months to make sure you submit all the documents once you start your NMC registration. So once you open that link and you register, you literally have 6 months, and the clock doesn't wait for nobody, as we all know already. So one thing I'm going to advise is, once you pass your IELTS, and let's say for example you're in your 4th semester or you're in your 5th semester, I would advise to start your NMC registration in your 5th semester. Once you're in your 5th semester, you can start your NMC registration, and that's if you've passed your IELTS as well. Pass your IELTS, and then move on to the getting your PRN number, which is basically your. So moving on from when you pass your IELTS, you can move on to the NMC website. I'm gonna put the link below. You click on it, and then it's gonna show you a place that says begin your application, and that's where you go to, and then you register as a nurse. I would leave pictures here so that you can see, and then you can be able to follow through as well. You click on begin your application, and then you apply for your PRN number, which is basically your personnel reference number. It's very unique to everyone basically, so every individual should have one as a nurse or as a midwife. Okay, so once you click on the link, you would see begin your application. Now, if you scroll down to where it says before you start, you would see start application in bold, highlighted with pink. click on that. And once you click on that, it's going to show you some information. Check you are ready to register, read through, and then click on next. And now it's going to show you the part that says, please confirm one of the following. I want to register as a nurse. I want to register as a midwife. Whichever one you are, if you're a nurse, click on I want to register as a nurse, which I'm going to do here as well. Or if you're a midwife, click on I want to register as a midwife. Then it says, which field of nursing would you like to apply to? Most of the people that come into the UK register as adult nurses, although in Poland we all did general nursing. So if you want to register as a mental health nurse, you can do. If you want to register as a pediatric nurse, you can as well. But it's just that I know in most cases people find it easier to get a job as an adult nurse. So I mean, this is what we did as well in our own time, so registered as an adult nurse. And then you scroll down to where it says I've read and understood, you know all of those things. Click on yes, and then move on to the next page. Oh, and then it asks you the next question. I have not been issued with an NMC pin in the UK as a nurse midwife. Okay, so this is if you have the pin or not. Obviously, you haven't, so you click on I have not, and then next. Then it shows you, please select the country of your nationality. I am a Nigerian, so I will be choosing Nigeria. And then please select the country you are trained in. You could choose. I'm just going to use Poland, literally, because I trained in Poland and I'm mainly making this video because of my Polish trained nurses. My Nigerian or my African nurse is not Nigerian alone. My African nurse is trained in Poland. I'm making this for them. And if you click on next, it's going to show you that, okay, these are details you've put in. You've trained in Poland, your country of nationality is Nigeria or Zimbabwe. And then you click on I understand, whatever those normal things. So now it says sign up to register with NMC online, and that is where we are going to. So once you click on that, you put in all your details. Now let me tell you one thing that people always take for granted. Whenever you're filling your application online, put your names accordingly, because make sure your name tallies with the name on your passport, because you're going to be presenting your passport in the next stage, and if the name does not tally with the passport, then you can't use it. If, for example, your name is Adegold Sodiq, put your name as Adegold Sodiq. Don't go and put Sodiq Adegold, okay? Please, let's be guided. And don't also remove your middle name if it's in your passport. If it's in your passport, put it the same way it is in your passport. Because the thing is, once you get to the next stage and you need to put your passport, when you upload your passport, it's going to say it's the wrong information, or these two people don't identify as the same person, and it's going to take you a while as well to rectify that, and you don't want to go through all of the stress. So try to make sure that you put in all the right details. So in here it says put in your email address, confirm the email address again, put your title. If you're married, put Mrs. or Mr. If you're single, put Miss. All the single ladies, all the single checking. Then put your name, your last name. So where it says first name, you should make sure that you put your first name and your middle name. So whichever, if you have 10 names, put all 10 names. But I don't know who has 10 names, but some people do. I know someone that's got 3 names. I'm not mentioning names. Anyway, you put your first name, put your second name, put your middle name, and then put your last name in the next box. Date of birth, gender, and all of this stuff. Fill in everything. And I would also suggest that you put your address in Poland if you are currently living in Poland. If you're living in let me say Spain, put your address in Spain. If you're living in Bulgaria, put your address in Bulgaria, okay? And then move on to the next stage, and then you get your PRN number, literally. So that is your personnel number, and then from there you can now move on to the next stage, and I'm going to link that below. So now I'm going to talk about the checklists that you would need to get on the register. I'll walk you through what you need, to be fair. On this website, actually, you can see the cost of everything, the documents you need, just click on the link. It's literally gonna give you all the information that you need, literally. But of course, people want to be lazy and they don't want to do anything. They want people to do the work for them. So that's where I come in. Anyway, there's some things that you'll be needing. There's some things that you'll be needing. I'll give you a list of what you'll be needing. So you need the details of your training, including the title of your qualification and the day you got it. So that is your certificate. Basically, you need a certificate. You need a scanned copy of that. You also need your name, your address, and the address of the institution, the university which you did your training. You also need details of your professional registration if your qualification allows you to register in your country. So there's this document that we actually get in Poland. Actually, you get it from the NIPP office. You also need to submit that as well. I'll talk about that in my next video, so watch out for when I talk about the documents you'll be needing. Okay, now you would need to pay 2 fees. The first one you're going to be paying is the evaluation fee, and that will be £140. And then moving on from that, you provide some other information. That's just for evaluation anyway. After that, then you have to provide some other information. That's where you submit your IELTS, your medical reports. Give me a moment, let me show you. So you submit your health certificate, you submit your character certificate or character reference or referee. You can use, let's say for example, your university for that. And then you can also in that same category submit your police clearance report, one from your country if you were more than 18. If you were 18 in your country, you have to get one from your country, and then one from Poland or wherever in Europe. And then you also now need your English, you need your professional indemnity. But then the professional indemnity, you don't have to worry about that for now because they'll do that for you when you get here. And then you need to also pay a registration fee of €153 and pounds, sorry. And for those people that need OSCE, they need to also write OSCE. But you write your OSCE when you get to the UK. But to be fair, people from Europe, at the moment, you don't have to write OSCE. So, good news for you. And then you wait for them to send you the details if you are able to get on the register or not. But obviously, you would because you've got a degree. Okay, now, so I'm going to show you guys the checklist. I'll probably leave a picture here. But if I don't, you can always click the link and then you'll just be able to see it, okay? I'm going to link everything down below. Make sure to check the links because that way you can understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so moving on to the checklist. First off, you would need a health document. Now, this health document, you can get it from your doctor. You just need to use their email. You get your doctor's email, and then you put it in the part that says the health clearance or whatever it is called. You put it in that area, and then they send an email to your doctor, and then he just has to answer a couple of questions. In Poland, they've got someone that they use, so ask around who they can recommend you to. I personally did mine in Italy, so I can't even recommend someone to you in Poland. So please don't come ask me. Please don't come asking me in my DM about the doctor. So the next thing is the character certificate. So the character certificate, you can get it from your school. You can use your dean's office, or you can use one of your lecturers to just write I don't think they write anything. They just send them an email. You just get one of your lecturer's email. Let me say, for example, they send the person the email, and then they just put this person is a good student and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, you get what I mean. Just make sure that you've got good character. And then you also have to do this stuff that they call DBS here in the UK. It's basically police clearance report. So the police clearance report here, you would need one from the country where you turned 18. Okay, so the country where you became legal. So from 18, let's say for example, if you've lived in Poland from 18, then you get police clearance reports only in Poland. But then if you've lived, let me say, outside Poland, let me say you lived back in Zimbabwe till you were 21, then you would need a police clearance report from Zimbabwe or wherever in Africa, and then you need police clearance reports in the European country where you did your training. So if you've done your training in Czech Republic, in Poland, in Ukraine, wherever, you have to make sure that you get your police clearance reports also in the country of training. So one from back home and one in the country of training. You should have an expiry of nothing less than 1 year. So for example, you have to make sure that you get your police clearance reports literally almost close to the time when you'll be doing your registration, because you don't want it to be there and then, oh, it's been there for like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. You can't use that, okay? And then the next thing will be your IELTS. You need to provide your IELTS, submit your IELTS results on there. And then the next stage is the professional indemnity. But the professional indemnity is something that your employer will do for you when you get to the UK, so it's nothing to worry about. And then the next thing is for you to pay for your registration fee, which is £153. So in total, you're going to be spending £293 for this NMC registration, and that's it basically, literally. That's all you need to do. I hope I've been able to touch on every aspect for you all. Let me see if there's any other thing I've left out. I believe that's it, but I'm just going to do a brief recap. First thing first, make sure you've passed your IELTS. Once you've passed your IELTS, click on the link and get your PRN number, which is your personal number. Get your PRN number. After getting your PRN number, then go on to the register and start your registration. Once you start your registration, you know that the first stage, which is the evaluation stage, you have to pay £140 at the end of that. So that's the part where they'll just verify your documents and verify that, okay, yes, you're who you are. That's where you submit your passport and all of that thing, those things. And then afterwards, you would move on to the next stage where you'd have to get everything verified. Let me just let you know, after this whole verification process, you'd have to pay £153. After the payment, you would also need to send your documents to the UK for the checks, the checks that they do here, the NMC checks. But the thing is, with that one, yeah, you can't, is it that you send your original documents or you send the photocopy? But obviously, whenever you're sending photocopied documents to anybody, you have to make sure you notarize the documents and all of that. Well, I'll speak more about the documentation in my following video. Make sure you follow anyway, and make sure you subscribe, because you don't want to miss out on that. Because I'm going to let you understand what you need to do, like the whole notarization and the translation. I'll tell you what you need to do with that. But for now, we'll keep it short and sweet, okay? Yeah. Anyway, if you've watched up to now and you've not subscribed and you've not liked my video, what are you waiting for? No. Tell me, what are you waiting for? After I've done all of this for you. Anyway, make sure you like and subscribe and share as well. I hope this information would help someone out there, so you can know that you can always start your NMC process even before graduating, okay? You can always start before graduating, and you should actually even start before graduating, and make sure you start getting your documents ready before graduation. I said I'm going to talk about documents in my next video, so I don't want to go too much into it because I know you guys will not come back again. But anyway, please make sure you watch out for my next video. I'll talk about the documents that you would need, and also I will do a video on the documents that will be needed for mostly the Polish nurses, because I know the whole process. And then the people that have trained in Lublin, I would let you know what office you need to go to and the price of things and the amounts you need to budget for this whole process as well. I will make sure I talk about all of those. Maybe not all of that in my next video, but we'll see what we can talk about in the next video, okay? I don't want to make this too long, so you can always stay here and watch and enjoy the video. But I hope we've been able to communicate, or I've been able to communicate, and I've been able to like touch on things that you didn't have like clarification on. And see you some other time. Love you all. Please subscribe and share, and like share to your friends because they might need this information. Oh, see you. Bye.